Hey students, welcome back to Jaya's virtual classroom. In today's video, I'll continue the topic transportation in plants from the chapter Life Processes of class 10 CBSE. The concept for day 5 is characteristics of phloem. As per our study technique, please read the content of phloem from your textbook and then come back to my video. Before we proceed further, we had already learnt that phloem are conducting tissues which help transport food and other substances to various parts of the plant. So, please have this definition in mind when we are learning further. Under phloem tissue, we will be learning three important aspects. The first one is how the products formed from the metabolic processes like photosynthesis are moved to other parts of the plant. Second, we will study the characteristics of the phloem and the concept of translocation. Now, under this concept, what you have to understand is that leaves make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. We have learnt this earlier. The food made is in the form of simple sugar or what we call as glucose. Now, besides the products of photosynthesis, there are other substances like the plant hormones formed at the tip of the roots and shoots that also need to be transported within the plant body. So, for transportation of food and other substances, the plant has a conducting tissue called phloem. This should be your understanding. So, there are two things which actually need to be transported. One is the food that is prepared by the process of photosynthesis, and the other is the plant hormones. Of course, there are other substances also, but mainly these are the two ones which you have to remember. Now, under this what you have to learn is, let us see the characteristics of the phloem. Phloem is made up of many cells joined end to end to form long tubes. They are joined. The end walls of the cells which form phloem are not completely broken down. Just like what we saw in xylem, it is not broken down in phloem. See, it is not broken down. The end walls of the cells in the phloem form sieve plates which have small holes in them. These holes are called sieve tubes. So, this is your sieve plate, S-I-E-V-E plate, okay, and the sieve plate looks like this, which is actually these tubes are called as sieve tube, okay, and sieve tubes which form phloem are living cells which contain cytoplasm but no nucleus. So, this has got cytoplasm but no nucleus. The sieve tube does not have lignin in their walls. This is one key important differentiation between the phloem and the xylem tissue. So, here the sieve tubes do not have lignin in their walls. Each sieve cell has a companion cell next to it. So, this is your sieve cell and it has a companion cell next to it. This is your companion cell. Companion cell which has a nucleus and many other organelles present in them. Companion cells supply the sieve with some of their requirements. Okay. So, let us see the diagram once more. This is the sieve plate. You have to learn this diagram. So, please draw this diagram and try to label the parts. This entire thing is your sieve tube. This is the sieve tube element. Okay, this entire thing, and this is your cytoplasm. Okay, this is your companion cell with the nucleus, and this is the sieve plate. Sieve plate looks like this one. Okay. These are small holes, you can see small holes in them. These holes are called sieve tubes, fine. And we have to remember that phloem cells are living cells which contain cytoplasm, but they do not have nucleus, and that they each of the sieve tube or the sieve cell has a companion cell next to it, and the companion cell has a nucleus and many other organelles. These are the characteristics we have to learn. Now, let us go to the next one, which is transportation of food and other substances through phloem. Let us see the mechanism. So far we only saw the characteristics of phloem tissue. Now we will see the mechanism, how it is exactly transported. The movement of food in phloem takes place by utilizing energy. Okay. The food made in leaves is loaded into the sieve tubes of the phloem tissue by using energy from ATP. We have learnt about ATP earlier also, it is adenosine triphosphate. Water now enters into the sieve tubes containing sugar by the process of osmosis. We know what is osmosis, right, where the water molecules travel from higher concentration region to the lower concentration region through a semi-permeable membrane. So, water now enters into the sieve tubes containing sugar by the process of osmosis, due to which the pressure in the phloem tissue is risen, it rises. This high pressure produced in the phloem tissue moves the food. This high pressure produced in the phloem tissue moves the food to all parts of the plant, having less pressure in the tissues. So, from higher pressure area it moves to the lower pressure area, okay, wherever in the plant there is less pressure. This allows the phloem to transport the food according to the needs of the plant. Clear? Now, this is the diagram which is actually given in your textbook. You can learn this diagram also if you find this easy. This is the companion cell, this is your sieve plates, this is your cell wall, this the entire thing is your sieve tube, the inside is your cytoplasm. Clear? You have to label the diagram. Let us move to the next point, which we said was translocation. Translocation is nothing but the transport of food from the leaves to other parts of the plant is called translocation. So, they might ask you a question, define the term translocation. That is all you have to explain in this. Now, let us come to the last part of our study technique, which is practice questions that are related with the concept we have done so far. Okay. So, I have given couple of questions, I will read it out for you. What substance or substances are transported by sieve tubes? Out of xylem and phloem, which one carries materials upwards and downwards, and B is only upwards? Name the conducting tissue in plants which is made up of sieve tubes along with companion cells. Which process in a plant is accomplished by utilizing energy from ATP? Draw a label diagram of a sieve tube. So, you should know sieve tube means phloem. Define phloem. What are the characteristics of the phloem tissue? Define translocation. So, please answer these practice questions. You can send in your answers to my email ID jayavirtualclassroom@gmail.com. I hope you liked the video. If so, please like and share it with your friends. Do leave your comments in the comment box given below. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated with my upcoming videos. This is Jaya's Virtual Classroom, where learning never ends. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much.